You know, having a plan for your money sets you on the right path and makes you feel less uncertain about your finances. Does that mean less stress in your future? Absolutely.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi darlings, if you're new here, my name is Yvonne and I'm back with another video. To my old subscribers, welcome back, and if you're just joining us, welcome to the family. Today I'll be discussing the 5 best strategies to cope, or best 5 strategies to cope with financial stress. Basically 5 ways to reduce financial stress. I'll also be talking about financial literacy and how financial stress affects and harms mental health. By the way, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe right now, as you'll be helping me out and so you don't miss the videos I'll be dropping consecutively for the rest of the year. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time I post a video. Guys, it's been a minute. Happy Vlogmas. Anyway, to be honest, I don't even know why I'm wishing you guys happy Vlogmas, because I don't think I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. I mean, I've actually given myself a challenge to actually post more frequently this month, but yeah, I guess, I don't know, happy Vlogmas all the same. Anywho, let's get back to the video. Money has been a significant source of stress this past year. Apparently, from an American survey, it was found that 64% of the Americans reported financial stress, and when they now included people that earn below $50,000, it jumped from 64% to 73%. This is with the American economy. Now let's come to Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, you definitely know the economic situation and how dysfunctional our economy is. You don't even need a survey to know that people are suffering, to know that people are living in poverty, and that's not good. In fact, that's terrible. Terrible is an understatement. We know the past year has been full of special circumstances, and it looks like economic conditions are just getting worse by the year, literally. But even as we live and survive through these unprecedented times, the reality is that we will have to face the consequences of this stress. At first, it might show up as anxiety, trouble sleeping, headaches, and all that. But if the stress is unrelenting, it could actually lead to chronic health problems like diabetes and heart disease, hypertension, and all of that. Are you wondering how stress relates to diabetes? I've been wondering too, but apparently that information was gotten from professional research. Now I feel like I have to read more on health topics. Financial stress can also be a sensitive subject for a lot of people. It happens to be one of those things that we don't talk about openly, and I really get it. I totally understand why. Some people might feel embarrassed or ashamed to talk about their finances because of the state of their finances. Others don't know how to ask for help because they're afraid of being judged or looked down upon, and as for many people, trying to understand money management in itself is completely overwhelming. That's like hard work. It's not very easy to actually try to totally understand how money works and how to manage money, and I absolutely understand that. But even if you feel lost, keep in mind that you're not the only one experiencing financial stress. A lot of us are, and if you're facing financial stress, it's not because you're simply bad with money. The truth is, you may not be exposed to the world of finance, or you may not have been exposed to the world of finance before, and you don't know how it works. You don't know its language. The term I'd like to use for that is financial literacy. Now, what is financial literacy? Financial literacy is a fancy way of talking about the ability to understand how money works. That might sound complicated for some of you, or it might sound like it's a big deal, but to be honest, it actually is. Yes and no. But hold on, before you start picturing yourself as a character in Wolf of Wall Street, if you have seen that movie, keep in mind that you can start small. Financial literacy is about learning a few principles that you can apply regardless of how much you make. Basically, you're making a plan for your money, and that usually starts off with budgeting, which helps you track where your income is spent to like ensure that all of your bills and necessities are covered. You also learn how to save money either for emergencies or for big purchases that you're working towards. When you're ready, you can start setting goals for yourself, whether it's saving for future tuition or paying off debts or investing a portion of your savings in real estate or wherever you want to invest it. Having a plan for your money sets you on the right path and makes you feel less uncertain about your finances. Does that mean less stress in your future? Absolutely. Now let's talk about how financial stress affects mental health. It's not a surprise that dealing with financial stress can take a serious toll on your mental health. You might feel like you have no sense of control over your life, or like your finances are holding you back, and this can create a ton of issues of anxiety, and cause you to shut down emotionally, or even avoid the problem. Maybe you stop checking your bank account, or you refuse to open your mail because you don't want to see how bad your finances have gotten. But no matter how much you try to ignore these things, no matter how much you try to ignore this issue, it's still in the back of your mind, and that's the truth. You can't run away from it. It's also common to cope with financial stress by turning to unhealthy habits like drinking more than you normally would, or smoking more than you normally would, and all of that. Built up stress can make you irritable. It can make you so moody, like totally not like yourself. And I'm talking from experience, guys. Out of shame, you might even isolate yourself from others because you don't want them to see you. You don't want to face them. You don't, associating with them would mean maybe more hangouts, and since you cannot handle that, or you cannot afford that at that time, you'd rather just isolate yourself and stay by yourself until you feel you're financially stable again. But to be honest, all this even makes you feel more alone in this situation. Financial stress can also lower your self-esteem, and your self-worth. Your inner critic might hype up with negative self-talk, making you wonder why you can't be as good with your money as other people. You might even start dealing with lower energy levels, less sleep, lack of focus, and your performance at school might even dwindle. Like, it might be seriously affected as well, making you feel even worse about yourself. See, when stress takes over, when stress has taken over, what used to be your normal routine might even feel impossible. And that's why I'm not going to leave you on this depressing note. Let's learn some coping strategies to help you deal with your financial stress. I'll be discussing 5 coping strategies for financial stress. Now, these are 5 coping strategies that might make the strain of your finances and the anxiety around them easier to bear. The first strategy is to learn about money. One of the best ways to tackle your financial stress is to get to the source of the problem. If your stress is related to money management and not knowing what it takes to plan your personal finances, start there. And honestly, it might be really intimidating, at first. So just give yourself that time. Give yourself that time and space to learn, and be kind to yourself as you're doing that. Be kind to yourself as you're starting out. And it's okay not to be, good at it right away. You're learning, you're just starting. So of course you can't be perfect. The focus here is on the long term. So try to build a consistent practice and continue to reinforce your awesome new habits. The second tip is to reach out for support. If you feel overwhelmed and you need some help or advice, for your personal situation, don't feel ashamed to reach out. Having a support system can help you achieve your goals, and you get to decide who is part of the system. Maybe your friends and family, have been through a similar situation in the past and they have the wisdom to impart. Maybe they're capable of even assisting you financially. Or maybe you don't even want them involved at all, and you'd much rather talk to your therapist, about everything, about your stress and what you're going through? What about a financial advisor? Would reaching out to an expert help alleviate some of that stress? Do what you think is best for you. Just keep in mind that having a support system, having people around you, to egg you on, to encourage you, to help you, to assist you, to help you out, will eliminate some of that stress and make you feel less alone. My next tip is to keep practicing self-care. When we feel stressed, we start to neglect self-care, and that's not okay. In fact, that is the time you really need it. And it doesn't have to be expensive or, add to your financial stress. You can go for a walk, you can bake some cookies, bake cakes, do something in the kitchen, read, stretch, do some yoga, take a hike, watch a movie, visit a friend, cook something nice. There are tons of self-care ideas for stress to choose from. Find ways to distress and look after your well-being. It makes all the difference. Another strategy is to journal your accomplishments. Journaling is a great practice because it has so many positive benefits for your mental health. When it comes to your financial stress, learn how to set goals, with journaling. Use it as a helpful tool to track your accomplishments. Then when you hit a financial goal, write it down. Write about how awesome it feels. You can always go back to these entries in your journal, whenever you need inspiration. Better yet, you can look back on these entries when you're vacationing in the Maldives years from now. My last coping strategy is to reward yourself. Reward yourself. After putting a ton of time and effort into managing your finances, you deserve to reward yourself. Whenever you meet a financial goal that you've been working hard towards, do something nice for yourself. It's okay to treat yourself to a movie, take yourself out. It doesn't have to be somewhere super expensive or somewhere even expensive at all. Just somewhere with, nice food, good ambience is okay. Buy something nice for yourself as a reward, for what you've achieved. I mean, it wasn't easy, so treat yourself. So while these strategies I've discussed are helpful for coping with financial stress, they're not long-term solutions. The best thing you can do to overcome financial stress is to eliminate the source of it. Yes, that means doing the scary thing and developing a better understanding of how money works, developing a better understanding of money management. Your mental health and well-being will totally thank you for it. Trust me. Also, keep in mind that financial literacy is not a superpower, that anyone is born with. People learn it. People learn just the way people learn from experience. It's either when it comes to finances, some people learn from experience, while some actually, intentionally learn it. So you could, rather than learn from experience, which, poverty is enough experience, be intentional. Read up on it, ask questions, meet a financial advisor, learn how money works, learn money management. Your mental health, like I said, will thank you for it. You've got this. I just want you to know that. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done that already. If you have any video ideas, just let me know in the comment section, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Yvonne_uka. That is YVONNE_UKA. I'm sure it's on your screen right now. You can also check the description box for details on how to reach me, and if your ideas are feasible, I'll get right to it. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day or night. Bye.